This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for November 11th, 2024. It's currently October 13th, 2024 at 5:57 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is $579.58. That's USD. The shuffle video for the November 11th reading was created on October 3rd, 2024 at 1:16 p.m. Eastern Time. In this video, we're going to go over the overall trend direction for the day. We're going to talk about the chart behavior around the day's highest high and the chart behavior around the day's lowest low, as well as the general timing down to roughly about an hour as far as where they are throughout the day. And then we're going to get into where the best trades are and the chart behavior by the hour, basically. You have to give it plus or minus an hour here or there of wiggle room, and not in all readings, in a few readings here or there, but always pay attention to the sequence of events because that will keep you on track if we are plus or minus a little bit here or there on the timing. The overall theme and behavior for the day, we have a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple support levels on a one-day chart scale. Behavior around the highest side, we have the full card at the high as the high significator, indicating a significant opportunity. There's a couple of ways that you could read this. I'm advised the full card, which we'll get into in a moment. Behavior around the lowest low, we have an important range on a multi-day scale that we're bound by, so we don't break down through that range. And then I'm advised to trade around a big move from the bottom of a range. I'm advised to trade around a big move higher that'll stand out on a one-day chart, reaching for a distant resistance, i.e. not the nearest resistance, but the next one at least. So my sense is that we open lower in the pre-market, and there's a couple ways that you could read it, right? We could, out of the low here on the 8th, we could have a big move to the upside, making this full card opportunity to open up a short, and you close out of it here. If we don't see that big move to the upside, I would say it's opportunity to open up a long, which you would close in the morning as well. But either way, there's going to be a big move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range between the open in the pre-market and the actual trading days open. We have bumping along resistance sideways and probably a big move to the upside starting in the pre-market or right at the open. Probably a notable reversal to the upside at the open, actually, and that'll take us into a high for the day, thus far at least. There'll be sideways rotation along key support, and then that rotation ends with a fast sudden move higher that then turns into price swings between roughly 10 and 11, and then there's a failed attempt to break through key resistance, a disappointing failed attempt to break through key resistance between roughly 11 and 12, followed by a decline through key support on a one-day chart. And then there's another move to the upside, another failed attempt to break through resistance, followed by a decline through key support. My sense is that that's the same price level that we had around the open, and so the decline off that high, that second high that we have midday, will take us into a low for the day somewhere between 1 and 2 o'clock, probably closer to 2. And out of that low also there's a fast sudden move higher, either before that low or after that low, around that low, hard to say, but there's a fast sudden move higher around it, and the low will be a sharp drop, probably a fast sudden move higher and then a sharp drop into 2 o'clock's low, and then we'll do like a U-shaped reversal between 2 and 3, and then sideways rotation. Most likely sideways rotation between 3 and 4. Sometimes a prudence card isn't sideways rotation. It could be like a really tricky kind of whipsaw action or something like that. But my sense is that it's probably sideways rotation, either that or it's like making us think there's a peak, like making it think we're going to go higher. Instead, we decline through multiple support levels around the close off of a brief peak that's easily missed. And it looks like there's probably a secondary opportunity right here to close out. This is the Cashapp stone. So there's opportunity around this low. I'd say opening up a short at the open, at the high at the open, and then closing it in the midst of this low here. That might indicate that this is a lower high than the early morning high. It's possible. It's either the same high or it'll be a lower high. So, well, be mindful of that. There's some alternates. And then I said there's multiple ways to read the full card. So we've got the full card in the high position. It was also at the end of the day. So my sense is that what probably happens is we have out of the low here at the end of the day on the big move to the upside, taking us to an important price level, and then we decline in the overnight, and then in the pre-market we rally out of a lower open back into that high that we have there, whatever that full card is, either that or a higher one, but I think it's probably that we're revisiting it. So I would open up a short for a day trade at this high in the morning around the open after the big move from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. I would add to it if this high happens to be higher, this midday high happens to be higher but doubtful, and then I'd look to close out of it for a day trade there or in the following morning. And that's SPY for November 11, 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. Blessings to all my angel investors. I will see you guys on the next one.